And here we go with the second and final video of 6.3, lesson 6.3% of a quantity. We're on page 195. We're going to figure out this time how to find the whole given a quantity and its percent. So what we're going to do is, let's say this is the whole thing. And they say, we're told that like 10% of this whole thing is $5. How much is in the whole thing? Well, if 10% is $5, you have 10 of these that make up the whole thing. So that would be times 10, which would give you $50 makes up the whole thing. And that's a super simple problem, but that's the basic idea of what we're doing here. All right, so the sample problem says Anna has 8% of her CD collection in a box. If there are 96 CDs in the box, how many CDs are in Anna's collection, the whole collection, the 100% of the collection? So we don't know what 100% is. That's what we're trying to solve. We do know that 8% is equal to 96 CDs. Okay, I want you to think about what that means. If this represents 8%, that's not exactly even. So there's 8% right there. The whole thing is, it's 100%. And if this part right here is 96 CDs, I can take the number 96 that covers this whole thing and split it 8 ways, and I will figure out what 1% of the CD collection is. And that could be handy. So I'm going to do 96 divided by 8, and 8 goes into 96 12 times. That means that each 1% is equal to 12 CDs. So it'd be 12 there, etc., right? And 8 of those percents equaling 12 for each percent makes the 96 CDs that make up the 8%. And if I know that 1% is 12, then 100% is just equal to 12 times 100. Because 1 times 100 is, and think of it this way, 1% is 12, like a ratio, okay? So 100%, 1% is 12, so 100% is 1,200 CDs. I probably should have put CDs down there. If 1% is 12, 1 times 100 is 100, 12 times 100 is 1,200. You can kind of think of it that way. All right, so that's it. Just figure out what 1% is and then multiply it times 100, and that'll tell you how many make up the whole. Pause the video, do number 7, and then turn it back on to see what the solution is. All right, so here we go. 27% of the students in a school are in grade 6. There is 540 students. How many students in the school? Okay, so there's this is 540 students. So 227% represents 540 students. So how much would 1% be? Well, to go from 27 to 1%, I'm having to divide by 27. So I'm going to divide this 540 by 27. And I know that 27 times 2 is 54. So 27 times 2 is 54. So 27 times 20 is equal to 540. So each 1% is 200. So all I have to do is multiply this times 100 to get 100%. And if I multiply this times 100, I get 2,000. So there's 2,000 students in the whole school. All right, 1% of them being 20 students. And if you do 27%, you just multiply 20 times 27, which gives you the 540 that are students that are in this 27%. Woo! Okay. Now do number 8. Pause the video, do number 8, then turn the video back on. See the answer. At an amusement park, 60% of the people were adults and the rest were children. There were 720 adults. How many people were at the amusement park in all? So we know that 60% is, let's do it as a ratio. I'm going to set it up like this time just so you can see it maybe a little bit better. Is 7, oops. Come on. 720 adults. So if I want to find out what 1% is, I have to do 60 divided by 60. So I have to divide this by 60 to figure out what this 1% would be, of how many adults would be in 1%. Well, 72 divided by 6 is 12. So 720 divided by 60 is also 12. Look at this, 720 divided by 60. I can divide both by 10, and really what I have is 72 divided by 6. So 1% is 12. So if I want to figure out how many people completely are at the amusement park, I'm going back to 100%, and I do that by multiplying times 100, and 12 times 100 equals 1,200 people at the amusement park. 1,200 is the correct answer to number 8. All right, do numbers 9 and 10, and then turn the video back on to see what the answer is. Number 9, 20% of blank is equal to 163. So, what is it? 20% is being compared to 163. Let's find out what 1% is. What we're going to do is divide this by 20. And so we have to divide 163 by 20. 163 divided by 20 goes in, let's see, 10 times is 200. 8 times, let's just do it. Let's do it right like this. Times 20. That goes in 8 times, I believe. 8 is 160, and then that's a leftover of 3, and we can put a 0 in there and bring that down. 20 goes into 30 one time, and that becomes 10. Bring down another 0, and it goes in 5 times, 8.15. And then we have to multiply, that's 8.15, multiply that times 100, multiply that times 100 to get 100%. Woo, squeezing that in there. And 8.15 times 100 is 815. Easy to do because, whoop, whoop, 815. So the answer is 815. 20% of 815 is 163. Now, there was a different way you could solve that if you think logically. 20% times, because that's a nice round percent that we can get into 100% easily, is multiplied by 5. So if 20% is 163, all we have to do is multiply that by 5, and then we would get our answer of 815. Okay, another way of looking at that problem. And last but not least, let's look at number 10. 45% of some number is 150. Okay, so that's 45% is 150. So to find 1%, we're going to divide by 45 to get our 1%. So I have to divide this by 45 as well. So I'm going to take 150 divided by 45. And, oh, let's see, 45, 3 times? I think that would be 3. 3 times 50 is 150. So 3 times 45 is 135. Okay, we'll make that 0.0. And you got 15. Oh, we're going to just keep repeating here. So let's do a fraction instead and say that there is 15 left over. So we're going to say 3 and 15 45ths, which is equal to, you can divide that by 15 and that by 15, 3 and 1/3. So 45%, no. 3, oh, no. Be 300, let's see, 1% is 3 and 1/3. So to find 100%, we multiply by 100 by 100. So 3 and 1/3 times 100 is equal to 333 and 1/3, right? 333 and 1/3. So that is the correct answer right there. 333 and 1/3. Whew, that's a tricky one. Hope you got that one right. All right, thanks.